And as well as it reduces cognitive load, as I have shown here. You might still question what does it mean, like how it reduces cognitive load. While our students, let's say, encountered a new kind of information which they need to comprehend, their cognitive load starts working, and I'm sorry, just let me add one more participant. All right. They just immediately start thinking, and all right. I'm just so sorry. Let me just add one more participant as well. Okay. All right. These strategies kind of distribute those new information among the different parts of our brain, and make it easier for all our students to get, like, as well as it make them active, like it improve their engagement throughout the process. They just because they are not just mentally engaged with the text, as we mentioned, we are activating our students, maybe all senses or some senses. They are also emotionally engaged with the comprehension processes. Mental imagery strategies actually has been grounded from some theories. For example, maybe you have heard in pedagogy schema or schemata, like it can be pronounced in different ways, theory. Schema theory, I want just to show you such a, let's say, association concerning the stages of it. First of all, we are assessing relevant schemata. What does it mean? The already existing information or knowledge, and then recalling memories, just consciously, unconsciously. Let's say before providing any kind of reading materials, we show a photo or maybe any graph maybe if we provide the let's say discipline-oriented material to our student, it can be just a process or map, like simply, which is about the reading material. They'll immediately see it, they'll recall their memories or knowledge or information consciously, unconsciously, and try to adapt this existing knowledge with upcoming subsequent information knowledge. So how we can do it? We can ask our student predict through maybe questions or by showing again some visual aids, and as well as they can infer. Again, we can here use some higher order thinking questions. For example, maybe we can ask, how do you think what the author in this article tried to infer in this part, like in the beginning or in the middle? In that case, we will try to activate their inferencing skill and connection and retention as well. As we mentioned, so this is the, let's say, schemata, I mean, especially connection of mental imagery, like connecting what they have already know and what they are gonna know or learn. And another theory which has been grounded, it's called working memory theory. So it actually includes 4 parts: central executive, phonological loop, visual spatial sketchpad, as well as episodic buffer. So here, the information which we are presenting our students are sharing among all those parts. For example, central executive, this is both, let's say, then it shares the information of phonological loop and this one, visual spatial sketchpad. Phonological loop actually got the verbal information, but visual spatial sketchpad try to help the learner visualize, try to imagine its how try to create an imagination in their brain, or transform verbal inputs into any kind of image, picture in their brain. And then the last one, episodic buffer, which the any kind of product is kind of produced in their brain based on an input which we have put. So especially in our today's mini training, I want to mainly talk about the mental imagery strategies in practice. So it includes visual mind mapping. Again, we are asking our students to have any kind of graph or artifacts. Throughout my master's degree at AD University, we used to have lots of pedagogical subjects, and here our professor always demanding us in our, let's say, throughout internship programs or demo classes, before starting teaching, just to provide your students some artifacts or graphic organizers, because it will facilitate the overall process for your students to comprehend. Because when we are talking comprehension in general, it's not only cover reading as well as listening, it covers. And then the let me see. Okay, then drawing or sketching. So it might not be just specifically for let's say foundation level students, but maybe it can be still applied by trained teachers. Mainly lawyer aged students actually prefer to draw something or sketch based on the material. And then a guided visualization, like again, so here teacher directed imagery prompts guide learners through a text narrative or conceptual landscape before or during reading. So after this guided visualization, they'll have an independent work where they are charge of themselves, like to imagine or to visualize the material or to try to comprehend. So all those strategies actually are for students, just to facilitate their process, to make it easier for them. And this one, multimodal annotation or electronic mind mapping, digital concept boards. So as we are, let's say, living in a technologically evolving world, we have different kind of tools which can help our students by just simply downloading this application to our phones. They can help our students to, let's say, divide an abstract or complicated reading materials systematically and try to organize those information in their own understanding way. Again, I'm repeating my thought. It might be in a form of map based on the, let's say, type of the information or knowledge which has been given in this article or textbook or this reading material, or it might be graph, it might be simple photo, picture. I just want to give you one example. Most probably, as a university English language teachers, we have all experienced. For example, we can remember eyes listening. So here how different kind of visual aids, especially in part 3, are provided to students. For example, map or any kind of graph, which they need to fill the gaps or try to define the places, correct location of different places, let's say the place of library or something else. This actually not only helps students to just simply respond to the questions, and as well as to remember it after, just to do it anything with this information. I mean, simply write an essay or reflect on this material on their own way. If they can't comprehend the material, how they can do this, right? And then I have provided here one example as well. So the public health consequence of urban air pollution. If you can see it, I don't know how it seems from there. It seems pretty challenging, and also complicated grammar structure has been provided here. But I have also provided a visual aid here as well. Simply, if when this text is provided to our student, if we also provide this visual aid as well, they'll somehow, by looking through the information on the visual aid, try to figure out what it might be about. I mean, any kind of even slight comprehension, they still try to create in their brain. For example, I just guess maybe you haven't read the text, but let's see the image and try to guess what it might be about. Relationship between air pollution and hospital admissions. So air pollution level has been shown here, and number of hospital admissions has been shown here. The numbers, it's increasing. So and also like by showing it and also its relationship to our students in the class, by training that kind of in that way with them, they'll do it on their own afterwards. And effectiveness of mental imagery strategies. So how it can, imagery-based instruction can be operationalized even for abstract reading skills, such as identifying the main idea. Again, here we might ask some questions to our student to try to, let's say, guess the main idea through scamming or scanning. And also maybe we can simply show them one video about the same topic which we want to from our students to try to understand. By just simply watching this video, they can also let's say try to understand what is going on there. And as we have already mentioned, I'm sorry, we have someone else, I guess. Okay. Yes, so it can activate our schemata, as we said earlier, activating our prior knowledge. By activating our prior knowledge, make us ready for upcoming knowledge and reason strategically. So again, complex and hard, our students try, or learners try to divide long abstract articles or information into different pieces and try to organize it in a systematic way. Then benefits again. So vocabulary retention. So mental imagery strategies is not only beneficial for let's say reading comprehension, as well as it can help our students to remember the vocabulary on their long-term memory. Just maybe by feeling it or touching it, we can bring some equipment, facilities, food, or anything in our own opportunities, if we have that opportunities, I mean, to our classrooms, and they will be more engaged. As we know, today our students, unfortunately, they are, let's say, it's very easy for them to get distracted throughout the lesson. But if they got interested in that case, throughout the lesson, somehow we can preserve their engagement, full participation. And then summarizing ability. So how it can help again. So we mentioned some predicting or analyzing. Throughout all those strategies, they'll be able to summarize what the text is about. And then inferencing skills and motivation and engagement. So implications. At the end, we will be able to integrate multimodal tools, I mean modern technological tools, into our lessons, because one of the responsibilities of today's teachers is to incorporate technological tools into their lessons. As we already mentioned, it might be some mind maps, concept boards, or annotation, but electronic ones, or differentiate by proficiency. Yes, students are, let's say, differentiating based on their, let's say, background knowledge, as well as how they have been trained throughout their secondary school times, how they are ready for these strategies. We need to consider this as well. And test genre-specific visualization, so explicit model, how to visualize expository, argumentative spatial text using structured tools such as flowcharts, argument maps, rather than just assuming learners will generate this simultaneously. All right, actually, that's all the information which I wanted to share with you. I'd be grateful if you could get any benefit or any information from here, or if you get a clear vision about these strategies. And as well as I would like to hear your questions concerning these strategies. So please open your microphone, or if it's not possible for now, you can simply write from chat box, and I'll be happy to share, to be able to answer your questions. Yes, Aygün, please.
Okay, hello again, Ms. Bibit Hanım. I want to thank you for, firstly, for this informative workshop. It was so useful and you provided detailed information. And I want to know one thing, that is this method useful for all the proficiency levels, maybe A1, B2, does it matter which level are the students?
Okay, dear Aygün, teacher, thank you so much for your question and kind thoughts. Yes, coming to question, exactly, it can be applied, but here we need to be careful because with elementary levels, so sketching, I have mentioned in our, I don't know which slide, it might be somewhere here, maybe sketching or drawing, and then at intermediate level, again, they are just practicing, let's say, prediction or predicting something. So we need to be careful about proficiency level and as well as the stages of reading and comprehension process. So we have pre-reading, during reading, and after reading. So they need to be, let's say, subsequently used in order to provide efficiency and engagement.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Yes, any other question?
Hello again. Actually, I don't have any questions. It was really nice. I learned a lot of things. Actually, I had some questions in my mind, but throughout the whole PPT, it was all clarified. Thank you very much for your hard work for this amazing PPT.
Thank you so much too. If you could get a clear vision about it, I'm really happy to hear it. All right. If anyone has any question, please don't hesitate to ask your question. And by the way, after our workshop, I'll highly, let's say, willing and interested to get your feedback and thoughts about everything, like the content itself or the structure or the any kind of feedback. I'm totally fine and I would be grateful to get from you. So okay, so no one seems to have any question, right? All right, so if you don't have any question, again, thank you so much for joining, for accepting my invitation and joining here. That's all, and see you in our post-interview, second round interview session. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.